Hey guys, Morgan's Maintenance. Today's tour review is going to be a new product from Klein. I've been wanting to get my hands on these. I've mentioned it in a live a time or two, and I finally was able to get one. This is the Klein Tools Quad 4 Heavy Duty Impact Flip Socket. Part number on this particular one is 651QS, and the four sizes on this one are all SAE. It has a 1/4 and 3/8 side, and then also a 5/16 and 7/16 side. That are the four sizes on this one in particular. They do, however, have a Connect set that has more sizes SAE. They've also got one that's metric SAE, and then a combination of SAE and metric in the Connect sets. Those range from like $60 to $100. So I wanted to pick this one up since it was 20 bucks, a little bit cheaper. I wanted to see how it works, see if it's worth me buying that bigger set or not. And in all honesty, throughout this video, I'm going to probably explain to you that I don't feel like it's worth it for me to buy the bigger set, but that doesn't mean it might not be for you. So I'm going to share that with you. Throughout this video, you're going to see that I'm going to compare it to the flip socket, where this also cost you 20 bucks. So this is the same price as this quad socket set. I'm getting two more sizes, and then also there's better features and more access, in my opinion, for the flip socket for how I use these things. But again, if you use a couple of these sizes that so happen to be on the same side and you use them in a particular way, you might really use this tool quite a bit. It might be very helpful to you. So there's the front of the package. Here's the back side. I'll pause that, or you can pause it and check that out if you want to. And then it is made in Taiwan, but I'm going to go ahead and get it out of the package. I'm going to show you how it works, and then I'm also going to show you how I feel like the flip socket is better, except for the one case scenario where this one might work out for you. But let's go ahead and jump into it. So now that I got it out of the package, you can see here it is 5/16, 7/16 on one side, 1/4 inch and 3/8, and that is all one socket. And that's the biggest difference between this one and maybe your flip socket. I have 6 sizes here, but it's split up over 3 sockets, and on each socket you only have 2 sizes. So to get to 1/4 inch on a flip socket or 5/16, you're going to have to flip that over in order to use that, versus on the quad socket you have a 1/4 inch and 3/8 right here on this front side. So if I have a 1/4 inch fastener, it fits inside the 1/4 inch socket. This springs down in there, allows that to go back in case I need to get to a 3/8 fastener. That 1/4 inch pushes in, and then the 3/8 fits right there. So that's how this one works. And if I wanted to do 5/16 or 7/16, I can come over and get to it that way. Again, 5/16 on the inside, 7/16 if I had something, would push the 5/16 in, and then you have the 7/16. So it is spring loaded. How long that spring will last, I have no idea, but that's basically essentially how this works. So what's the advantages of it? What's the disadvantages? To me, the only real advantage would be that if you run 1/4 and 3/8 at the same exact time in your job, whatever it is, then it would save you from having to flip the flip socket. You could do it all in one time. So if I put this in an impact right here, I have a 1/4 inch at the top, 3/8 down here at the bottom. So I can go from 1/4 inch, and then I can also go down and go straight to 3/8. Let me turn the speed up. I'm only on number 1. I'll go to 2 just to show you. And then back to 1/4 inch. So you can see there, I got 2 sizes really fast. Didn't have to do any flipping, didn't have to do anything. But again, what are the odds that you typically run 1/4 and 3/8? Because if I run 1/4 and 5/16, I'm still going to have to do the same flipping action as what I do with this flip socket. So if I want to go from 1/4 to 5/16, I'm going to have to flip it. If I want to go to 1/4 to 1/2 inch, I'm going to have to change sockets. So it's really no different unless you so happen to run a combination of fasteners that are 5/16 and 7/16 at the same time, or 1/4 inch and 3/8 at the same time. So that would be the only advantage, the only situation where I would say this tool would be worth buying, is if that so happens to be the case for you. And then the other caveat of it is it has to be fasteners where in all reality you have to have it be a flush fastener like this right here. So in order to remove these with this flip socket, to remove a 1/4 inch or a 3/8, I'm going to put it in reverse. It has to be kind of out flush to where I can get to it. Because if for some reason it's sunk in, like right here in particular, I can only go in so far, because this head is big for a 1/4 inch head. It's much bigger than that of the 1/4 inch flip socket. If I take and swap this around, put the 1/4 inch on, I mean, look at the difference between the head size of the 1/4 inch on both of these. So if I take this out, with this one right here in particular, the flip socket, I can take this 1/4 inch I can go all the way inside of that hole to get that fastener way down in there. It's the same thing. This here is a 5/16. So if I want to swap a 5/16 over, I can now go inside of here, get that fastener all the way down inside that hole. So now let's say I wanted to remove those fasteners and I didn't have this right here, but I had the quad socket. Well, on the 1/4 inch, I can't get in there and get down into that to get to it. Same thing on the 5/16, because it is in a combination with the 7/16. It's extremely big for a 5/16. There's no way that I'm going to be able to get that inside of there to get that out. I would have to have the regular flip socket to be able to get back in there to remove both of those. So that's a pretty big deal in my opinion. That makes you to where you're limited to really only dealing with fasteners that are flush out, like what this 3/8 fastener is right here. And of course, the other downside to the quad socket is it is also not magnetic. I don't have a magnet here on the end here. So if for some reason I wanted to hold this 1/4 inch, there's nothing to hold that fastener into place. Same thing with the 3/8. I can put that on there, nothing to hold it into place. So in order to put that fastener in, I'm always going to have to use my hand in combination to hold that screw, get it started, do it like so. Versus with the flip socket right here, I have a magnet. So now I have access with this 1/4 inch. I can put this in the impact. I can put the 1/4 inch screw in there. It's going to get held on with the magnet, hold that in place. So I can one hand and get out somewhere and put that screw into that wood if I want to. So another big advantage to the flip socket, in my opinion, is magnetic access, all those things. That's something that the quad socket just doesn't give you. But there you go, guys. There is the Klein quad socket. Again, this particular one is the 651QS. Only has the 4 SAE sizes. They've got a bigger SAE set, a metric set, and then a combination set, again, if you want to look into those. But as I said, I feel like the flip socket is a better value, magnetic. You also get better access, but if for some reason you so happen to run 7/16 and 5/16 all the time, and it is a flush fit on your fasteners, then by all means, this might be a really good tool for you, or 1/4 inch and 3/8. But unless that scenario is something in your line of work all the time, I still feel like the flip socket's a better idea. Also, I haven't had this for very long. Maybe some of you've had it for a little while. I'm a little curious how this spring holds up over time. So if you've had it and you've had some issues with it, make sure and drop that in the comments below. But let me know in the comments below what you think. Do you feel like the flip socket's better, quad socket's better? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. But as always, I hope this video was helpful. You guys stay safe, have a blessed day, and I'll see you on the next video.